What up? What up? What up? I'm on the bed. I'm on the bed. So, dates in the bed. And I'm out of the bed, moving around, trying to pull it together, trying to exercise more, trying not to let, pregnancy defeat me. I'm really just trying to stay strong. I just walked somewhere and got me a smoothie, so that's good. And I also took out the trash. Getting me to walk around is difficult. I love it though. I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you, Monica. Beauty, what's up? Hey everybody, I don't want anybody to feel like you're left out. I'm not 100% yet. I'm not old Soncerae, but I'm getting back to that. 14 weeks is decent. I still haven't found me a doctor that I'm comfortable with. I personally just do not like for people to be all up in my coochie. I'm not comfortable with my blood being taken. I'm not comfortable with testing. I'm not comfortable with any type of exams. I don't like doctors. I don't like any of it. So what I've been trying to figure out what to do is how so many women for years on top of years on top of years have been pregnant without actually going to get prenatal care. Just taking care of myself and doing my vitamins and, whatever it is, exercising, watching my weight, watching what I eat. And, I'm a human being. And human beings were around long before there were, doctors, OBGYNs. I'm looking for a midwife, of course, because I want a natural birth. But I've been feeling like, the biggest thing that doctors have been basically telling me about myself is get rest, eat right, get rest. And when I try to move around too much, if I try to exercise too much, that's when the bleeding starts. That's when the excessive, like I'm fatigued out of this world, that's when it comes. Excuse me. Also, the stress of the relationship I've been in with Priest has also been extremely stressful. And now that he's not around, I can tell even the little bit of stress that I get when he calls. If he calls me and we argue, that stress right there also has me bleeding. So it's like I have to just calm down and relax. And so the only way I can do that is if I really just get rid of him. And it's unfortunate. A lot of people have been putting in my comment section. A lot of men. Okay, let's just say men, because women get it when I tell them that I don't want to have anything to do with priests. Women get it, but men don't understand. And I want to try to explain this more to men. And if it's men that's watching the live stream, please, if you want to come into the chat and ask me a few questions or have a dialogue with me, we can. Or if you're just watching this after it's uploaded, you can put your comments in the comment section and I'll still answer it. So a lot of men don't understand the concept of family. And it's a lot of men out there who are so upset with me because they're like, well, you don't want priest around your baby. You're the typical baby mama. And my thing is, a man putting me in a position to have me as a baby mama, that's degrading in itself. Especially when this man knew that that's not what I wanted, and that I would have never put myself in this position to be with a man who didn't want our relationship. Now, it would have made a lot of sense to me if Priest would have broke up with me before I got pregnant. That would have made sense to me. But when I got pregnant, he was happy. We had a little celebration or whatever. And then a couple of weeks after, when he started seeing me get sick and the way things were going, that's when he behaved, differently. And for him to have such a drastic change is what made me be like, this fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men, when they find out they're a father, they get worried. They think that their life is going to be over. They think they're no longer going to have fun. They think that they're not going to be able to have these one night stands, which is kind of lame because I'm surprised that men over 35 still do that. They want to hop from casual fling to casual fling as if they don't value their body or what they have to offer a situation. Like if you value yourself a lot, you're not going to want to be with a lot of women anyway, because you're going to feel like a lot of women do not deserve you. You know what I mean? Like I like men who have a high value. They put a high value on themselves, where they're extremely selective about the women that they're dating. And I don't mean they just choose women who got money or choose women who have a decent career, but they also only choose women that they know for sure that they will actually want to be with. And so as me and him got into this solid relationship, and we're, building and building and building, when we're having these discussions about starting a family, I'm thinking he's a family oriented type of guy. I'm thinking we could build a family together, and these are the things that women need to think about when they are, deciding on having a baby, or, when they're thinking about their future. And so I was thinking about these things. I really was. And now that that's not happening, a lot of men are just really, really fucked up with me. They're like, why would you not let him see his child? Blah, 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 blah. Because I need people to understand there's such thing as family structure. And a healthy family structure is when a mother and a father are both taking care of a child in a home together, a unit. It's one unit. You can't compartmentalize something like that. And a lot of people, are comfortable. A lot of Black people specifically are extremely comfortable with the idea of a man just making this conscious decision to walk away from a woman while she's pregnant. Men have normalized this behavior so much, not even understanding how dysfunctional that behavior is. Like so many men think it's normal to just walk away from a woman. That shit is not normal. That's a character flaw. That's poor wiring in your mentality. No man should walk away from a woman. Also, a woman shouldn't be penalized for responding to that fuckery in a way where she doesn't want to deal with this man at all. Like, I feel like I'm a woman, I'm pregnant. Number two, I'm on bed rest. Okay? And I need my man there. I need my baby's father there, right? So he can help me during my pregnancy. And if the first thing he decided to do was run when things got tough, or run when I was sick or not 100% Soncerae, that's a problem for me. That feels like, okay, my baby, your man, your baby is inside of a woman. And maybe you don't want to be with that woman anymore, but your baby is inside of that woman. So if you really care about your baby, you'll do whatever you can to make sure while that baby is still inside of this woman, that this woman's welfare is 100%, that this woman is taken care of. Also, when the baby is born and the baby's still small, you still want to make sure that you're there to experience that as well. Now, for me, I refuse to, the cows come home, to put myself in a position to where I'm somebody's baby mama. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, I would never put myself in this position to begin with. And people are saying, well, why didn't you use protection? Why would I use protection with a man that I purposely planned on marrying and having a child with? These are things that we were purposely doing. This wasn't like, oh, what an accident. No, it was, we knew we wanted to be together. We knew we wanted to be married. We knew we wanted to have kids. So we were both in this doing this. So for him to, panic at the first sign of, oh shit, the stuff that we're talking about is getting real. And for him to dash like that, to say, hey, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to have the baby or anything else. That's a little bit freaky to me. That's like weird. Like, what kind of wiring do you have in your mind? Now, as far as family values go, when you step away from your woman while she's pregnant, as a man, you're still walking away from your child. You're turning your back on your child. Especially if you are engaged or in a relationship, or you are married, and that's when the pregnancy happens. Okay, now there's a lot of people who have casual sex with each other and then they accidentally have a baby. Somebody accidentally gets pregnant, right? That happens. And then it becomes a different dynamic, and that irresponsibility is not something I participated in. So now I'm not going to participate in the irresponsibility of calling him a baby daddy or putting us in a position where he is a baby daddy. We're just not going to be around each other at all. Period. That's the choice. You choose to be one unit with me as a family. We live together. We have an awesome family. Or we don't. It isn't your father when it's convenient for you. You know, you walk in on weekends and that's it. You pay child support sometimes. You know, those are not things that I'm interested in. So I will not be participating in anything that has to do with it. That's why I don't want to put them on child support. That's why I just don't want to have them around at all. And there's so many men, they're like, hey, you should let a man see your child. For what? He already expressed he doesn't want to be a father by his behavior. See, his mouth can tell me things all day. His mouth can say, I want to be a father. I want to be a father. I want to be a father, right? Which is really not something he's saying at all. But let's pretend that priest is coming to me and he's saying to me, he wants to be this father. Right? He could say that all day. But when it comes time for when I need him, is he answering the phone when I call? Is he coming when he says he's going to come? Is he at prenatal care appointments? Is he asking about the baby? Does he care about the baby? Does he care about what you're eating? Does he care about if you're exercising? These are all things that a father of a baby should be caring about. And it's men out there who have women pregnant and they're not even bothering asking these women what these women have for breakfast. They're not even checking up on these women. They can go, yo, if you're a father and you're going 3 days without seeing your child, I mean your baby mama or the woman that you got pregnant, if you go 3 days without even seeing her face, something is wrong with you. Because you need to be coming to see this woman as often as you can. So I just want people to understand, you know, especially fellas, you have to look at it from a woman's perspective, or at least my perspective. You know, for me, it's like, if you want to be a father, you say that when you meet a woman. You know, if you don't want to be a father, you don't want a family, you say that when you meet a woman. And if you say that you want a family, you say you want to build something with somebody, and you two end up in a relationship with each other, and a pregnancy happens to happen, then you deal with it. You don't run. You don't leave. You don't think your life is going to be over. It's just a different type of fun. Like the fun that you had when you're single is very different from the fun that you have when you're married. You still have fun. It's just a different fun. You know, it's the same thing. If you don't have any kids, the fun that you're having is different from the kind of fun that you have if you have kids. It's two different types of fun. And so let's just talk about the order of operations, okay? The order of operations on how you're supposed to handle a relationship. All right, how society tells you this is how you're supposed to handle it. This is what you're supposed to do. First come love, then come marriage, then come the baby and the baby carriage, right? So for me, I never really was the type that was into letting the courts handle anything that had to do with my life. My daughter's father, he's not on child support, and he is an awesome father. Like, my daughter is 17, and I've made plenty of videos about how awesome my daughter's father is, and my daughter turned out awesome. She is a great kid. She is a good student. And I've never, and I said this to him before he and I had her, we sat down and we had a conversation, and I said to him, I don't want to have anything to do with the court. So even with marriage, it's still the same thing. For me, I don't want to deal with legal marriage. Now, being married to me, marriage, a spiritual marriage, to me, we're just talking about me, because everybody else values legal marriage. For me, I don't value legal marriage. But to me, family structure, all it is love, support. You making a commitment with your actions and your behavior. You don't need to sign anything, you know, to commit you to something. I want you to voluntarily be there for me. I don't want you to be around me because you feel like you're obligated because you legally signed this document that will fuck us up if we decide to get a divorce. You know what I mean? For me is, listen, you here and you committed because you want to be here. You're here and you're committed because you want to be my husband. You know, and if we decide to have a commitment ceremony or some type of stuff for our friends, because usually weddings and shit, that's for your family and friends. That ain't really having anything to do with you per se. That's just my opinion. People spend ridiculous amounts of money on weddings to impress the people around them, or to, help their family and friends celebrate their marriage. But for me, it's like, I've always been the type of woman that, to me, me being spiritually married to you, me giving you my soul, me saying to you that you're my partner and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm actually taking the proper steps to me, which is actually building a future with you, living with you, whatever we decide to do with our bills and our situation, whatever it is that we agree upon, I'm sticking to that. I'm that type of person. Not everybody the type of person that keep their word, but I know for me, that's the type of woman I am. Like, once I say I'm with you, I'm with you. That's why I don't play that, jumping from relationship to relationship shit. I don't do that, because once I decide I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm unconditionally with you. There's no fickle anything. And a lot of people are very, very fickle. So I guess they feel like they need to solidify their situation by signing a contract legally. I don't like the courts and anything that has to do with me. Not child support, not nothing. And the fact that I'm put in a situation right now where it's like, I want Priest to sign his rights away. The reason why I want him to sign his rights away is because, for some reason, everybody in the situation, and that's just people looking in, I guess, they feel like because he was separated at the time, because he was separated when he was, when we were together, and both him and his ex-wife or wife were both telling me, hey, we're getting separated. They had meetings where they signed paperwork, and this is something both of them were saying to me. So it was easy for me to trust, okay, he's possibly telling the truth. So for me, a lot of people believe that that's the order of operations. First come love, then come marriage, then come the baby and the baby carriage. But I'm here to tell you that I'm on this site. This site is called Nurture. And on the site, they have millions of women on there who are also pregnant around the same time I am. And it's showing us a community of just women, pregnant women all over the world. And we sit down and we talk. Now, it's women who have been married. They've been married for 2 and 3 years. Married, okay? They told their husband they was pregnant. Husband leaves them. One chick on this community, she was married to this man for 3 years. He found out she's pregnant. She's 6 months pregnant right now. He left her to be with the woman he was with before her. And that woman he was with before her, they have 2 kids together and were never married. These are things that's happening. Like, men are leaving regardless to whether you're married or not. You see, and I don't know if this has anything to do with the new millennium or the new age people and how people do shit. I really don't know. But I feel like, as for me, I did everything I possibly could to, make sure my relationship was a healthy one. I was always honest. I was always committed. I always tried to make sure he was very well taken care of in the bed. I mean, cooked meals for him, picked him up from work, gave him money if he needed money for lunch. I mean, anything that this man needed, he basically got from me. So still to this day, he can't give me a solid reason why he decided to walk away from this relationship. To this day, it's always been him saying, well, I don't want to hurt you and I want to be with other women. And it's mainly because that's what he wants for him. And it really has nothing to do with me. So when people get upset, well, men get upset at the idea of me choosing, a relationship without him, a relationship with my baby without him, that's not something you can get mad at me at. I mean, if he's choosing to choose what he wants for him. And I don't even think it's just that he wants to be with his ex-wife. I don't even think that's it, because he's with more than one woman. You know what I'm saying? He's dating more than one woman. It's not just her. Because I remember before he was talking to me about her, he was talking about dating other women. So it's not just his relationship with her that he's trying to, because when you're with someone that long, like, they were together for a very, very long time. So to be with somebody that long, you kind of like, okay, I guess you need some time to get over that, right? Makes sense to me. But it would make sense to actually be single long enough and be sure that you're over it before you start a relationship with someone else. Either way, whether he's seeing other women, whether he's back with his ex-wife, whatever he has chosen for him, he chose to walk away from the family that he said he was trying to create with me. And that type of betrayal and backstabbing to me is not acceptable. So I will not allow him to display that level of dysfunction, display that level of irresponsibility in front of my child. I don't even want my child to even think that that type of behavior is okay. And if you can stab me in the back that hard, I don't want to have anything to do with you. Especially if I've been the kindest I can be to you. Like, I can see if I deserve some shit. You know how people get in a relationship and they're doing shit to each other, to where you got one person being an asshole and another person being an asshole, and they're just going back and forth, assholing each other. No, it's been him just consistently just doing shit. And he'll just be like, I know, I just keep doing shit. I think it's me. I think I need to work on me. So while he's finding himself, he's doing whatever he needs to do for me, I'm doing what's best for me, which is excluding myself away from him altogether. Okay? That's the best thing I can do for me. You know, and the interesting part is these people were trying to get out of their marriage. Them two were trying to get out of their marriage for 6 years. Supposedly he was unhappy for 6 years. And then they separated for 2 years. And now she's with someone. You know, she was with someone when I was with him. She was with someone else. And supposedly she's in love with that new person. The person she was with when I was with Priest, that person wanted her to get a divorce as well. So it made sense. You know, everybody was on board with the whole divorce thing. And now it just seems like I don't know what the truth is with Priest, because one minute he's telling me it's because he wants to be with other women. Next minute he's telling me it's because he wants to be with his wife. Next minute he's telling me it's just he doesn't want to be with anybody. Next minute he's telling me he's just scared. He just doesn't want to hurt me, and he feels like him being around is hurting me. I mean, what? Listen, I don't care how many years it takes to get divorced. I know people who have taken much longer. I know people who have taken years on top of years of being, you know, separated, and it takes them forever to get divorced. You never know. But they were doing some things inside of their separation that was still unhealthy, because I didn't find out until later that they were still sleeping together during their separation. And then when I came around, they supposedly stopped sleeping together because he hadn't had any real relationships. And that's another thing that he speaks to me about. He speaks to me about the fact that since he's never been in a real relationship. And that was the first real relationship he had since his separation from her. He was with other women. He was sleeping with other women. He was casually fucking other women. He was going on dates with other women. But actually being in a relationship, he had never done. So, you know, he was with me, and our relationship was, you know, a strong one. We were like really in a relationship. So my thing is, whatever he decided to do, when he told me I was separated, when he told me he was separated and I wanted to leave the relationship, when he said it to me, when I started finding out the truth about their situation, he asked me to stick around. He asked me to stay by his side while he, you know, went through this process, because he said it was a process and I needed to have a lot of patience. So I gave him a lot of patience. I gave him a lot of understanding. I gave him as much as I could give in regards to that relationship. I just was like waiting to see, you know, what would happen. And nowhere inside of our relationship did he say to me that she would be a problem, that he still had an emotional attachment. For him, it was always, give us time. We have a friendship and we just want to, you know, do this in our own way. And I'm like, okay. At one point, he asked me to offer him the money that they needed in order to get them divorced. And I thought that was absurd. And I said, I'm not doing that. That's y'all shit. Why would I participate in that shit? That's not my business. You know what I mean? Y'all two need to get the money together to get divorced if that's, you know, truly what you need. But he was always clear with me that she was never an issue. So right now, I don't know if it's her. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's the other women he's dating. I don't know. All I know is since I became pregnant, and I'm telling you, before my pregnancy, he always showed me a level of love and respect, and I say this. And he stopped. So my thing is, he didn't stop until after I found out. He found out I was pregnant. And at first, he was happy. And then a few weeks after that, he didn't acknowledge the baby. And then we went and did the ultrasound. And he was a little bit more open to it. And then he just became unbearable. Like, hard to deal with. Like, I don't think I told y'all this story. Let me tell you a story of something he did. I think it was the Friday before last. The Friday before last, usually he would come home like between 4:30 and like 6, right? And so we would go grab dinner, or we would order Uber Eats or whatever. And so I knew he wasn't coming home early today. I knew he wasn't coming home early that day, but I knew that like maybe 5, he would be in the house. And he would get off work, and usually he would be in the house by 6, 6:30 the latest. So 6:30 come, he not in the house. And I'm like, okay, where he at? 7 o'clock come, he not in the house. And I'm sitting here dressed, and I hadn't got dressed beautiful in a long time because I've been pregnant. So I've been like tired and sick. So I'm in the house. I had already sent him a picture of me dressed, and I was just waiting for him to come home so we can grab dinner. 7:30, he not home yet. So I call him. He doesn't answer the phone. I call him 2 more times. He doesn't answer the phone. I text him. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, where are you at? He says to me, I'm hanging out. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who? Like, what? Like, who you hanging out with? Come to find out, he went out with some women. Right? And this is what he's telling me. And my thing is, I'm polyamorous. Everybody knows this. But my thing is, tell me some shit, right? Don't have me sitting in the house waiting for you to come home from dinner at your normal time, and then you don't show up. You haven't called. You haven't said anything. You just don't show up. And I'm wondering where you are, and your ass is out with another woman. You see, these are the unreliable things that he was doing, the inconsiderate shit that made me be like, well, damn. I need you. I can't even get you to call me to make sure I ate dinner. I'm pregnant and I'm sitting here dressed, waiting for you to come home so we can grab dinner. And your ass didn't call me to tell me you was late. You didn't even call me to tell me you was going out with some other women, which is completely fine with me if you just call me and say that. You don't say anything, but you just leave me sitting here waiting, wondering where the fuck you are. It's shit like that that makes me know he's not going to be someone reliable, and he's going to be irresponsible. He doesn't value family. He doesn't value family. That's just one thing. Like, for instance, the other day, I was starting to bleed. I was just talking earlier how when I get stressed, I bleed, right? So I'm stressed, I'm bleeding, I get taken to the hospital, right? I'm not telling anybody this but him. The first person I think to call is him. Call him 1 time, he don't answer the phone. Call him a 2nd time, he don't answer the phone. Call him a 3rd time. I'm like, what is this nigga doing? Text him. He don't answer. So I call the wife. Matter of fact, I didn't even call her. I text her. She says, all right, I'll tell him. I'm thinking, oh, he laying next to you? Because he for damn sure ain't here with me. Like, you going to tell him? She said, I'll tell him like he was there. So I said, you mean to tell me he there? And she said, don't assume. I called him and told him. And he said he was calling you. So right after she texted me, 10 minutes later, he calls. I don't even answer the phone. I said, you know what? I'll just handle this hospital shit by myself. Because you're going to stress the fuck out of me. Because I can't believe I just called you all these times. You didn't answer. Then I text you, told you I'm at the hospital, and you still don't answer. And I got to call your wife to tell her that I'm at the hospital so she can call you. I was like, you know what? This is not even the first time I've had a communication problem with him since he found out I was pregnant. Do you know he has always been an easy person to communicate with? It's always been if I text him, he answers. It's always been if I call, he answers. It's always been like that until I got pregnant. It's like, I'm just done. I'm just all the way done. I don't know what you men are expecting me to do. But what I want to do is leave him alone altogether. Okay, I don't even want to try. I don't even want to try. I just don't want nothing to do with him at all. I mean, what do you guys want me to do? Like, he's giving me every indication in the world that he's going to complicate my life further. And when the baby gets here, he's not going to be any easier to deal with. It's just going to be even more drama, more complication, more flip-floppiness, more miscommunication. So why even bother with it? I have to make a conscious decision for me. Now, before I got pregnant, he knows I'm a family-oriented person. He knows how I feel about family. And I thought he valued family to where his legacy would always be important to him. Him having his children by one woman was important to him. This is what I was thinking. But now he's so frivolous and he's so reckless with his penis. Ain't no telling who he fucking. Okay, so I don't know if it's going to be other women claiming they baby mama. You know, claiming they pregnant as well. Because right now, I don't even know how many women he slept with since I told him I was pregnant. Because I'm starting to find out now that apparently he has been sleeping with women the entire time. And I'm just like sitting here like, I don't know what else. I mean, I don't know what y'all want me to do. All I can do is focus on my child, and I just don't want the typical, stereotypical relationship. One of the things about me that's always been good about me is that I'm one of those women who is always trying to get to a level of financial stability. I'm not a lazy woman at all. I'm an educated woman. I work hard. So once I get over this hump I'm at right now, it will be easy for me to get back into the swing of working, you know, in IT and also as well as entertainment, you know, and gathering a substantial amount of income so I can have a stable environment is something that, you know, I accomplish. It's not something that I have a difficult time with at all. Once I get over my little hard parts and my little like issues, I'm good money. You know what I mean? Once I'm focused on me, I'm good. When I ain't got no drama, when I ain't got to deal with another nigga and they issues, I am fine. So, you know, I'm not worried about money. That's why I don't want child support for him. I'm not worried about me and my child and where we'll be financially because I know I can trust myself. You know what I'm saying? Me and my baby will be fine financially. I didn't need him for, you know, financial support. I needed him for emotional support. I needed him here right now while I'm not working and on bed rest. Let me just take that back. while I'm on bed rest and I can't work 100%, I need him to do his part financially, of course. So let me just clear that up. I definitely would need him to help me right now. I don't even need him to help me later on when I can work for myself. I need him to help me while I'm not working. You know, that I'm pregnant and I'm on bed rest. I have a high risk pregnancy. So I just need him to do his part because I still make money. You know, like right now he hasn't been around and I've just been taking care of myself for a month with the help of, you know, my graphic design business, of course. And, you know, people who send me donations. And a good thing about donations, and I'm going to get a P.O. box really soon because a lot of women are saying, hey, I want to send you baby stuff. And I'm like, cool, that's really cool. I appreciate that. That makes sense. So I'm going to get a P.O. box so, you know, the ladies can send me, you know, baby stuff. But I had somebody give me $350 the other day. Another person gave me $150. YouTube subscribers. Seriously. And I cried. Like, you don't understand. I cried. Because it was like, even if somebody gives me $5, like somebody gave me $5, somebody gave me $20. Somebody gave me $350. A complete fucking stranger. And I can't even get my own baby daddy who knows me to answer the phone. It's just, and then people wonder why I ask for help when I need it. You know what I mean? Miss Mary Jane MUA, no, I didn't just basically get pregnant by a married man, bitch. And I hate when bitches come in here and say, hey, I just got pregnant by a married man, little snide remarks and shit. I can't stand little shit like that. I can't stand little shit like that. Because my thing is this, you damned if you don't. You damned if you do with women, with men. Because see, my thing is, if I was to be a bitch and not would fuck with the nigga because of the shit he told me, men would be mad at me. Oh, get a nigga a chance. He telling you he trying to be honest with you. Give him a chance, right? I do that, right? He broke. He got shit he working on. I'm like, yo, let's work on your potential so you can be better, so you can do better and be a better man, right? I'm nice enough and kind enough to do that, right? But it's bitches out there that won't fuck with niggas like him because they gold diggers. Because they don't give a fuck about niggas who going through shit. Because they only want to be with a man when he on top. But the second I sit here and try to work with a man who is going through something difficult in his life, come on, man, it's lose-lose for women. It's like, no matter what happens, you know, women, we get, regardless of what choice we make, it doesn't happen. Let me tell you something. I would never, ever just get pregnant by a married man. Just let me be some nigga side chick and get him pregnant and try to trap him. That's stupid. That's dumb. Why would I do that? I really believed that this man wanted me. I really believe, and according to him and her, their shit was done. Okay? For both of them telling me this shit. Now, if it was only one of him, if it was only him telling me this shit, then maybe. But they both was telling me this shit. His family was telling me this shit. His own mother was like, oh, he ain't fucking with her. His mama told me this. His mama told me, you should stick with my son because he's getting divorced. He not worried about her. Just stick by him. His own mama told me this. But somehow I've been reduced to the side bitch who decided to, you know, have a marriage, get married, or have a baby by a married man. Shit is just stupid. The shit is just stupid. And I don't care about your little technicalities and stupid shit that people say to be ignorant, because you say shit to be mean. You come into the chat to say shit to be mean, to troll. Come on now. When I met him, he said to me, I'm separated. I'm working on getting a divorce. Almost left him then. But he asked me to try to be a little bit more open-minded about the situation. See, this the shit right here. Have some fucking respect or do not be here. Have some see what I'm saying? Have some fucking respect or don't be here. Have some fucking respect and a level of sensitivity or don't be here. Listen to what I'm saying or don't be here. And if it wouldn't be YouTube if it wasn't some ignorant motherfuckers in the chat. I said, fellas, you can come in here and express yourself, but that don't mean come in here and be an ignorant asshole. YouTube, Mary Jane, MUA, your ass got to go too, because you in here being ignorant. And you know, it would be fine if you would just listen to what I'm saying, but you want to come in here and be just ugly. That's what you come in here to do. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm being real with people. I'm being honest. I'm saying this is what's going on. I'm saying, hey, this is what happened to me. You know? And I'm trying to share something with people because I know it's some other people who are going through a similar experience. So I'm being open about it. I know I'm gonna be all right. I'm not worried about whether I'm gonna be all right, Josie. Thank you so much. I'm not worried about that. What I'm more concerned about is people understanding that not everything is so cut and fucking dry, and not everybody is always the same. Like, I could sit here and I can make a decision all day long about a man. I could give a man a chance all day long, but I will still be chastised for giving him a chance. You know, it's like, come on. I really just feel like I shouldn't have given him a shot. I shouldn't have given him a chance. You know what I mean? And being a nice person got me in this situation to begin with. And then men wonder why so many black women are bitter. Because when we give you the opportunity to be with us, even though you got this long list of fucked up shit, women still give you a chance. And then what's the thanks you give us? Fuck us over in the process. You know? I just feel like, I don't know, I gave the nigga a shot. So I don't know. But I trusted him. I trusted his family. I trusted her. We did finally talk to each other. And trusting him was probably the biggest mistake I made. It isn't that you know, it isn't anything else. It's just trusting him. Excuse me. I just want to stay away from him altogether. I think that's a better idea. Don't change the good things about you. He always said that to me. The funny thing about Priest is he always said, don't change because of me. He was like, you a nice person and you don't lie and you just all this good stuff he says about me. And he always said, don't change yourself because of me. And it's really difficult for kind people to not do that. And that's why I need people to understand, like, if you know you're a bad person or you know you hiding some shit, because he knew he was hiding some shit and he didn't decide to, you know, fix this shit until later or try to, you know, reveal who he was until later. I just feel like now he's trying to, you know, I don't know. I'm not even going, I don't even know what that shit is about. Okay, I'm not even going to sit here in front. I don't even know. But I know for me, I just want to make a better choice now. And my better choice, thank you, Monica gets it. Regardless if he was married or not, no one deserves that treatment. Nobody deserves that. I think people think because I decided to give this man a chance and because I decided to be nice, that means I deserved it. No, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to understand somebody for once. People always tell you, be understanding, be caring, have an open mind, do all of this positive shit when you get inside of a relationship or when you meet people. Don't misjudge people. Don't judge people. And I'm trying to do that very thing. And now I'm getting judged for not doing the very thing that everybody say don't do. That shit is just, now all I can do is take care of myself. That's it. That's all I can do. I can't worry about him. I don't even want him around. I don't even. And my child is not going to live a bad life because of it. I think a lot of people think, oh, he's not going to have his father, so he's going to turn out to be fucked up. No, of course he isn't. Priest had both of his parents. Priest had two fathers. He had a real father, and then he had a stepfather, and he still turned out to do something this fucked up. So please don't try to make it. And I used to believe that shit too. I used to believe that if a person grew up with both of their parents, then, oh, I haven't cried today, honey. I haven't cried today. Today is actually, I didn't cry today or yesterday, actually. Well, you may forget what I'm saying. Oh, just because a person has both of their parents doesn't mean they turn out good. That's not what that shit means. I used to think that as well. But I've met too many people who've had both of their parents and still be fucked up. Just because you have both of your parents doesn't mean that both of your parents are good at parenting. You know, I'm one parent by myself and still good at parenting. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I took child parenting classes. I took child development classes in high school. And then when I went to college, I took child parenting and child development. And then I had a daycare center with my mother for about 10 to 15 years. So taking care of a child is not a foreign concept to me. You know, it's not taking care of a child alone ain't even a foreign concept to me. It's just the fact that I expected him to be there. I expected him to be that backbone. I expected him to be that strong man. That's it. And the fact that I'm disappointed and I'm not getting that from him is unfortunate. It's like a stab in the back. And a lot of men don't understand that. They don't get it. A lot of ignorant people don't get it. But it's not for everybody to get. It's not for everybody to understand. But I do appreciate people wanting to send me stuff. Like I said, I'm going to get a P.O. box. And also, if you want to donate, you can. That's completely up to you. I don't have the super chat button on for a reason. It's up to you to decide what you want to do. You can donate or you cannot donate. Either way, you know, there are people out there that support me with sending me emails. You can send me an email. And I'm completely fine with that. So just try to, you know, keep up. Don't miss a video. I'm still going to try to record as much as I can. I'm alone, so my friends, I have a lot of friends though. Like my friend Marie, she coming to see me today. We probably go grab some dinner. I got a lot of friends. I mean, being in Atlanta and working inside of the entertainment industry, I have so many friends anyway. So a lot of my friends have been kicking into gear. A lot of my friends and my YouTube subscribers have been kicking in. You understand, they've been kicking into gear, and I think it's because I've been so open with talking to them and helping them through their stuff. Because people email me shit all the time, and I sit there and I just talk them through their life. You know, my email is soncerae@gmail.com. I wish I could have answered all of the stuff that's spoken about in the chat. Because I usually answer the chat, but there's so much going on inside of it. I just let you guys talk. You know what I mean? But I did see some disrespect, so I had to get rid of those 2 people. I don't like blocking people. I really don't. I tell people all the time, you can come into my live streams and my comment section and say whatever you want to say. But the second you fucking get ignorant and the second that you get disrespectful, your ass is out of here. Like, I don't play that. So, you know, once I do decide to get a P.O. box, I'll let you guys know. Again, I don't know how else to handle this situation. So if you have any other suggestions, you can always feel free to tell me. I will be happy to like try anything with the exception of asking him to come back. Like, do not email me and tell me I should ask Priest to come back. Like, I got that email from one person. I was like, you done bumped your goddamn head if you think I'm going to do that shit. But just email me and let me know what you think, okay? I appreciate you watching. Have vision and stay focused, guys. Namaste.